I want to speak to you about a topic that will bring something out of you to create pleasure and joy for right now. It is about where you are and what you are doing. When I say where you and what you are doing, just feel right now what's happening to you. Are you truly in a state of mindfulness? Are you focused? Are you at ease? Are you feeling good? Your mind might say sometimes yes. But are you just feeling good because not truly that you are experiencing that in a cellular way or through your heart, because you are thinking about few things that might make you feel good? Or are you truly experiencing a state of at ease? Most of the time actually you are thinking about one thing or other. That is, either you are thinking about sex, money or power. They are not necessarily about sex, money or power as such. When I say sex, you are thinking about some kind of a connection that will make your life good. And money means security. You are always scheming and planning about how to get money or how to get something that will bring your life into a deeper goodness or richness or security. And power means you wanted to experience a sense of your presence as a powerful being in this world. And whether you want to or you like to be identified by other people that you are a great woman or a great man, or there is a yearning within you to experience your recognition by others. They are not actually good or bad things, that's human nature. But human nature is actually, we are always seeking, we are always trying to find. We are always trying to see how we can experience intimacy, number one, intimacy, and sex or relationship. That's one of the way to say, like the peak experience of intimacy, or money as a way of feeling security, abundance, to have a flow of energy, emotionally, physically, or financially, in every way to go through you, and to be loved by the whole rest of the world. There's nothing wrong with it. But the thing is actually, you are thinking them and they are really truly making you not light, making you heavy and serious. Whenever you think about getting anything, within yourself there is a seriousness and a heaviness. And that heaviness and seriousness, in fact it is itself, is what that blocks you from receiving whatever we want in life we are looking for. What we are looking for, it can be security, it can be energy, it can be identity, but we are not thinking in those words. We are trying to have a good time in one way or the other. But the reason why we are really truly right now not exactly connecting to the flow of life that can produce security, or connecting to the flow of life that will bring you whatever you want, is you are being hit by three waves of infinite nature. Infinite nature is very different from what I called earlier, the things that you want as human nature. Infinite nature of life is made out of three things. Infinite nature of life is made out of imperfection, impermanency, and unpredictability. So the imperfection and impermanency and unpredictability, they are not just words, they are forces around you. They are waves like energy around you. They are hitting you. They are hitting you, and what happens is, they are making you and taking you from a state of stability into a state of imbalance. So right now you are in a state of imbalance, so that's why you are not at ease. You are imbalanced because something about imperfection has touched you. Imperfection has touched you in some way or other. And when the imperfection touch you, you don't actually think that is imperfection at all. You actually experience imperfection as sadness. Something is making you sad. Something is making you sad. What is making you sad is very simple. What in your language call it? Disappointment. Disappointment is another word for imperfection. When the disappointment comes, disappointment means it didn't go the way you wanted. You are disappointed. Disappointment is actually a surprise. However, disappointment is not a pleasant surprise. It's an unpleasant surprise. So you are actually waiting in life to have a series of pleasant surprises that will come. But when the infinite nature brings you within you and hit you with imperfection, you go off balance, and then you are experiencing imperfection not as appreciation, not as wonder, not as gratitude. You are experiencing imperfection as sadness, as sadness. And when it is actually sad, what happens is your whole energy is actually contracting. Earlier actually you wanted to just explode and unwind and surf or dance or just fall into somebody's arms or anything. But something happened in your life. Whether you call it is a mistake that happened in yourself, or a disappointment or a frustration, something challenged you. What it really means is not just a disappointment, something challenged you. Are you able to wake up to this challenge? If you can wake up to a challenge and ride the wave, then actually it doesn't matter whatever the disappointment or the mistake you did, you will not actually have the same cause and effect of the sorrow or going down. Not that you will go up by a bad news or something that happened, you made a mistake, you lost some money, or a friend left you, or you have a condition that you never expected that happened, or a situation never expected happened. When these things happen, we are actually contracting. That contraction is a sadness. But the beautiful part about it, it is also bringing you into a wake up. Behind all the challenges and disappointment, frustration is a wake up call. That emotionally, if you can wake up and see things, not that you will be happy or not that you will be very excited, it changed that negative energy, negative actually gravitational force trying to pull you down into allowing you to surf through that, allowing you to just move through that, allowing you to come out of it. And I'm coming that to a minute actually to explain how you wake up when the imperfection challenge you. Because when the imperfection challenge you, what create is doubt in your heart. When the imperfection challenge you, it creates one word, doubt. Now doubt is actually like a virus, emotional virus. Doubt, when it happens, suddenly that all that excitement you had is gone away. It just takes you over. But my friends, all the doubts, all the darkness, all the thing is truly speaking only the absence of light. You can come out of it. And we are going to come and think about it in a second. But the next wave that comes and challenge you is not imperfection. It's a very fascinating thing. It's impermanency. Impermanency is very fascinating. Impermanency is actually not like imperfection. Impermanency is not like bad news or disappointment or something like that at all. Impermanency actually just tells you, you are not a big deal. It just tells you, here you are claiming to the world, oh, I am somebody, I am special, I am brilliant, I am this, I am that. Impermanency comes and says, okay, what the heck, who do you think you are? And it just challenges you. Impermanency means you can't hold anything. You can't hold anything here. You are married to this woman for 40 years. You never thought she will leave you. She's gone. She's gone with a 20 all. It doesn't matter how old is a guy. It's a huge impact to you. Oh, you have all these ideas, all these things, what you are going to do, and then you say, oh my God, the Wall Street crashes, or something happened, or all these things. Impermanency means you cannot hold anybody or anything. You can't hold. Impermanency means nothing stays. Nothing stays. See, because you told yourself, I am so brilliant, I am so clear, I can see clearly, I can predict, I can see the stock markets, I can see the trades, I can see through things, like a gambler who says, oh, I know the numbers that will come, I feel like. No, they are all challenged. They are all challenged by impermanency. Impermanency is, you can't predict. Impermanency very simply means, there is no possibility. There is no probability. It's just random. Everything is in random. Moment you actually feel that you got it, you understood and you have it, it's gone from out of your touch, out of your reach. Out of your touch, out of your reach. Moment you actually think, it's just suddenly gone away. Gone away. So impermanency actually is very, very fascinating. Impermanency doesn't make you sad. Impermanency doesn't make you sad. That's imperfection. Imperfection makes you sad. Impermanency makes you furious. Impermanency makes you furious. You are angry now. You are very angry. You are very angry. You are angry because why? You thought you had a control in things. You felt actually you can control nature. You can control your life. You can control your energy. You can control your family. You can control the world. You can control your emotions. You can control your thoughts. Then suddenly impermanence comes and says, you are nothing. You are nobody. You are just no one. You are just a speck of dust in this infinity. You are just nothing and no one you are. No one. And then actually, it hurts your ego. It doesn't just hurt your ego. It not only ego and pride. It definitely has an impact on one thing called your security. Because moment actually impermanency comes and touch you, it says you are insecure guy. You are not better than it. You are just insecure. You thought you had a control. You thought you can hold the world. No, you are just insecure. That actually tells you. It challenges you. And then actually you are angry. Moment you are angry, something very bizarre happens. When you are angry, there are fumes that comes. Fumes of anger. Anger is actually diffuse. You don't show you are angry. Most of the time actually you don't show that you are really truly angry. But you are angry. And when you are angry, what happens is like a fog. Suddenly the nice blue sky is gone. Nice whole this scenery you saw was gone. It's getting covered with clouds. And it's not doubt. It's not doubt. Doubt actually is comes only with the imperfection. Here actually you feel now bad. Why? It's distortion. It distorts your view. Distort the way you saw infinity. It distort the impermanence come and just suddenly take you and say, it's not this way. It's distortion. And then you go down. And the third one actually that comes in, really one of the most unbelievable attacks to the human heart, to the human consciousness. There's something very unbelievable about that. Along with the imperfection and impermanence comes unpredictability. Unpredictability is very difficult to define. Unpredictability is very, very fascinating. Unpredictability means suddenly everything changes. But when I say change, it's just like the weather can change, anything can change. What actually changes? Not only your view, not only what you are holding that went away. Unpredictability only comes when you are too sure you are going to win. When you are too sure you are going to have good health. When you are too sure when you are going to have a great life. When you are too sure, you are so certain the stock markets will go. when you are so sure you are in love, or when you are so certain that this is it, suddenly comes unpredictability. Unpredictability. Unpredictability is very, very fascinating. Unpredictability is not a distortion. Remember. Now remember, imperfection is a distraction. Impermanency is a distortion. Unpredictability is sudden, is an attack. It's like a sudden accident. Unpredictability is an accident. All the accidents are unpredictable. There are no predictable accidents. But any accident happen, however, because you happen to be in that place. No accident can happen without your participation. Unpredictability means you have brought yourself into a place of vulnerability, fragile energy, and suddenly everything just exploded. Unpredictability is an accident. Of course, it's not your fault. It's not anybody's fault. But at the same time, unpredictability is an unconscious way how you participated. You create all your life, everything. Everything actually is our creation, including accidents. And somebody can say, oh no, you can't say that way because that car from this way, I didn't mean. It is true. It is true. It is true. It's an unexplained, it's a mystery. But unpredictability is that way. And unpredictability doesn't create sadness or anger. It is there, sadness and anger. Unpredictability leaves you with one word, fear. Fear. Unpredictability leaves you with fear. Because you leave that moment and now you are frightened. Now actually you are not going to be spontaneous as a result. Unpredictability challenge you. Unpredictability challenge you. The fear. So this is a very fascinating thing. I am just saying this for you to really feel that in your heart. I am just trying to say, I am just exaggerating and bringing that into a very deeper level for you to get it into your heart. What I am trying to say, the sorrows you have, the sadness you have, and the anger you have, and the fears you have, they are all connected to imperfection, impermanency, and unpredictability. It is because of our lack of awareness about imperfection, lack of awareness about impermanency and unpredictability. So is it possible that you can actually change it? Is it possible actually we can come into emotional or mental energy? When imperfection hits you, when impermanency comes and disguisedly try to tease you, when an attack is about to come, can you prevent it? The answer is yes. That's the difference between survival and liberation. And normally in life what we do is we survive all these things, imperfection, impermanency and unpredictability. We survive somehow. We get by. We get by two things. One thing is by spontaneous adaptation. Spontaneous adaptation means just moving when something happens, somebody hit a rock, like you move away from it. Spontaneous adaptation is, very simply put it, finding a space of safety and freedom. Finding a space of safety and freedom. And next one actually is, we actually survive imperfection, impermanency and unpredictability by rationalization, justification and compensating whatever that happened emotionally and mentally. We tell a story, we tell somehow other why it happened and everything. We create a lot of stories about how and why, how come and why. There should never be an answer to how come and why. If you really try to answer how come and why, you are recycling your energy. It is only by opening your heart with rapid intelligence response you can go through them and create life. That means actually living life very lightly. Living life extremely light, like a cool breeze, like a coolness, cool light. The truth of the matter is actually you are not just made out of cells and energy. Also you are very clear light, meaning within you there is a space of freedom almost like a cool breeze. Cool breeze is actually a lightness. You have an innocence like a nature in which your heart is telling you to trust certain feelings that you have and never fear and live your life and going along those feelings. It is called heart trust. Heart trust is never based on a memory and a knowledge. Heart trust is based on pure recognition and acknowledgement and appreciation about whatever that is coming to you right now. If you can recognize, acknowledge and appreciate whatever coming to you right now, you will turn around whatever the impact and will create a fascination in your heart. You will feel good about it. Very simply put it, rather than getting angry or upset or sad about, if you can feel in your heart this is a wake-up call for you no matter what happens, then you will rise through that. You will rise through that moment into vertical ascendance. All the imperfection, impermanence and unpredictability happens only in one plane, and that is called the horizontal plane of life. They all happen in the horizontal plane, meaning connected to the earth, connected to gravity, connected to survival. And if you can somehow or other experience the lightness and live your life, not actually live your life as there is no past. It is not actually to live your life as there is no past, but live your life as there is no future. If you can live your life as if there is no future, then you are not in a horizontal plane, then you are coming into a vertical ascendance. If you can live your life as there is no future, automatically you are not actually looking back into your past history. If you are living actually right now, that is the only way you are living actually without a future. Because you are living in absolute appreciation and wonder of this moment. Because at this moment right now in your life, there is something in front of you which is so exciting, fascinating happening. It may not actually feel exciting and fascinating happening. You are just lying down in a bed, but it is. Or you are just lying down on the chair or walking. It doesn't mean that actually you have to be only always counting cash or making love or eating something very delicious. They are great moments, but any other moment also is a great moment if you can have actual participation, just like the way you are making love or going into sleep or eating something delicious. Put in your heart, not actually worrying about actually what is the consequences of where it's going. Putting your heart actually into the whole space is almost like putting a very little ball of air into a room that was filled in a vacuum. The whole room will be filled with that. In the same way, whenever you feel dark or whenever you feel heavy, there is always a little room in your heart which is pulsating to capture a little light. That light can come into you. The light is a realization. That light is a realization that will come and go into your whole body. just a very small realization. The realization is this moment, right now, is an incredible moment. It becomes incredible because you happen to be an incredible being connecting into the flow of life. And therefore, this incredible moment, whatever you do, it is just like making love or just like actually connecting to anything, will become an infinite experience. Anything that actually can feel like an infinite experience will take away the little things you worry about, little things fear about, little things you are arguing about. And remember, all the things you are worried and fearful and other things are very little compared to the great lightness and the great coolness and the greatest energy that is around you and in you pulsating together. It doesn't matter what it is you are worrying about, fearing about, anything. Your light in the heart, your power of awakening, your power of ascendal is so much greater. Just like the sunrise will come and will hit the darkness, the night to go away. Let the light, the power of love, the power of fascination, the excitement that it happened to be you who is you, come and touch you. Let it penetrate you through any recognition, any acknowledgement you have into your whole body, my friends. And it will run through all the trillions of cells you have, and it will illuminate you, and you will light up better than any Christmas tree, and you will feel such grace in your heart. You don't care. You don't care about anything anymore. You are not living for a future. You are living for the presence of the joy of your heart, because it happened to be you who is you. It's the best news, it's the greatest sweetness. And then actually you are saying yes to life. Thank you.